I think I'm just going to sit on my floor for this video because I just can't be bothered. I thought I would do or attempt some sort of update video, even though I honestly don't really feel like it. So a lot has happened. A lot has actually happened since my last video announcing that everything was going so well and that they thought I was in a remission. But since then everything has changed and gone the complete opposite way. So pretty much I was told the incorrect results. My doctor was away on holidays and I had a fill-in doctor who somehow managed to give me the complete opposite results to what they were meant to give me. It was either I was going to continue on my current chemo and finish up this week, or from the results of my scan I would have to get my treatment escalated because I wasn't responding that well, and they told me that I was responding very well and that I pretty much should be finishing up this week, this Friday, which is like 2 days away. So I was under that impression for about 3 weeks, and I was very happy, very excited obviously to be going back to hopefully my normal life. I was especially happy because I still had some of my hair left, I still had my eyelashes, my eyebrows, so I was just so happy that I could just finish it off and not have to have lost all of that. Like, it really meant a lot to me to not lose all my hair. And then I went in to get my second last chemo, and my normal doctor informed me that I was somehow given the incorrect results, and in fact they wanted to escalate my treatment because I hadn't had a full response. I still had a good response, but it wasn't good enough. So I was told I had to make a choice between staying on my current treatment plan, finishing up this week, and having a very high risk of relapsing, or go with their recommendation of going on the stronger chemo. It's called Biocop escalated. It's incredibly toxic. It's really, really bad, but it does increase my long-term survival, hopefully. So I was pretty much told I had to make that decision for myself and that they couldn't force me to do whatever, but they recommended that I went onto a stronger chemo for a longer period of time. It's worse for me, it's more toxic, it's going to mess up my organs, all of my hair is going to go, I'm going to feel horrible, like just everything worse. And so pretty much just everything good had been taken away from me. And so I wasn't feeling very happy. I'm sorry if I'm such a downer in this video, but I'm honestly, like, this is just how I feel at the moment. I'm not feeling like happy. So they gave me a week off from chemo to decide what I wanted to do. Initially I was like, I'm not doing it, like I'm finishing up, I'm not going to the strong one, I'm done. And then I was like, no, I need to do what they recommend. So I went with their recommendation. It involves me getting a PICC line put in, which is what this lovely little thing on my arm is. It is a catheter that sits in my arm. It is so bruised right now. I got it in about a week ago because the chemo is too strong to go through my veins how they used to, so it has to go through this like wire that goes all the way to my heart. I was petrified. Like, there's not even a word for how scared I was to get this put in. For some reason I was just so scared. So that was one of the things I didn't want to do. The chemo also involves me doing it a lot more regularly. So before I was doing it once every 2 weeks, and now I'm doing it for 8 days in a row, and then I have a week on steroids and then I have a week off. So the treatment plan is like it's a lot, it's intense. I've already started it. I ended up immediately in the emergency room from day one. So I'm just scared every single day of something that's going to go wrong. I've had like issues with my heart since I've started on it. My heart's been irregular and really, really fast, and it just gives me anxiety, which makes my heart go faster. But the whole thing is just like really messed with my head. I feel like I've been really positive and quite good this entire time, but this past week has definitely been my breaking point. It's just, I want this out of my arm like so incredibly bad. I don't know what it is, but I can't stand having it in me. I know it's like helping me, but it just like, it sets me off into this like panic that this thing is like inside of me, and I have to just leave it in there for like the next 6 weeks. It's impossible to shower because I can't get it wet. I can't like lift a lot of things. My arm just gets sore doing anything, and it's my right arm. So yeah, a lot has happened since my last video where I was over the moon with how everything was going. I would have been finished in 2 days time, but now I have another 5 weeks to go of one that's even more difficult. I think if I'd known from the beginning that this is what I had to do, it would have been easier, but because I thought that I was finished and then having that taken away from you, it's like, honestly, I can't even describe what that feels like. Yeah, it's just a lot, like doing chemo for 8 days straight and then being on really strong steroids for another 7 days, and then you get a week off to try and recover somehow so you can do it again. I'm just like really scared of the next cycle because of kind of how this one's gone. I just want it done so badly. Before, I just feel like I was coping and I had a routine and I knew where I stood. And with this one, it's just like every day I'm scared of something else happening. Okay, my camera is flashing dead. I'm sorry, this is such a downer of a video, but I really wanted to do a quick update on things. I'm sure next time I update you guys, everything will be better and different and more positive. But